Hi, this is Katie Weeks, an independent, close to my heart maker and influencer, and I am here today to share with you a 2-page layout that I made for the Close to My Heart Twisted Sisters YouTube hop. And it is coming from our core catalog and also our new July and August catalog. I won't make you watch me stamp all of these purses, glasses, mugs, and different items, but I will talk about those in a minute, along with the Close to My Heart Cricut collections that I used. The Cricut collections include You Are Here and City Sidewalks. Okay, so you can see here that I've cut out those Cricut pieces and I start assembling all the storefronts from that City Sidewalks collection, and I used the colors that coordinated with the Wander paper pack and stickers. And you'll see the background pages, base pages that I'm using are from that Wander collection as well. And there's 2 suns because I used the same paper, but I will be covering one of those up. And up at the top, you see Shop Till You Drop, and that is from You Are Here Cricut collection. And these came together pretty quickly, and they had a few layers, but they weren't too bad to assemble. And you'll also see that I went through and added in a bunch of purses and bags and backpacks and sunglasses, and I'm going to do a layout about my daughter and I shopping, and this particular one is for a boutique that we stopped at, and I want it to be about a place where you could buy designer bags. And so there's a flip flap there, and I'll put a picture inside. And this next one has a bunch of coffee mugs, and then there were some s'mores that were stamped from the Wander card making stamp set. And I thought about the s'mores and the chocolates and the lattes that we get when we go shopping at some different little places. And so I cut some of those out and put those inside. Okay, and one of my twists specifically was from the stamp set that's called Hot and Flashes. So the quote says, "The bags under my eyes are designer," and that's what gave me the inspiration for this whole layout. So I'm going to stamp, I cut the stamp itself, I'm going to stamp the word designer on the storefront, and then I'm going to mask off the word bags and stamp just the word bags beside the designer. So let me tell you where some of these bags came from. Some of them were from the Wander PML cards that I cut out that look like backpacks. Some of them were from, there's another backpack in the Wander scrapbooking stamp set. There was a bag in the At the Beach stamp and thin cut set, and there was another bag or purse in the Hot and Flashes. So I pulled all these different bags and stamped them on several different mix-in sheets, both the front and the back designs, and some of them I even cut so that you had like 2 different patterns of paper within on the same bag. And you'll see those a little later on some of the close-ups. So there's the storefront, designer bags. And then over for the coffee and lattes store, I had mugs that I cut out from the Wander PML cards, as well as the Wander scrapbooking stamp set. There was a coffee cup with the Scrappy Lady, and coffee or a teacup with her, and I used those. And then I already told you about the s'mores coming from the Wander card making stamp set, and then I just picked some random punctuation marks from one of our thin cut alphabets and cut those to look like chocolates. You might have noticed that I covered up a sun on this one I tried to put shimmer brush on it and add rays, and I hated it, so I just covered it up and moved on. And I did mount a picture of my daughter and I shopping, I think Chicago, and I put that on the right hand page, and the stamped off quote, "So glad we're friends," came from the Wander Cardmaking stamp and thin cut set. And when I first saw these bags and the quote about the designer and the word bags and the quote, I immediately thought of shopping with my daughter. And so that was the twist that I wanted to play up. Another twist that I had was on the lattes and chocolate shop. You may have noticed some little cinnamon sticks in one of the teacups. Well, that actually was fire logs that came from the Wander stamp and thin cut set. And I just cut them up and made them look like cinnamon sticks in my tea. So I thought that was another fun twist. I also didn't think this Wander paper, everything was like a hiking and outdoors theme, and I just put it as the background for my city landscape that you see there. We certainly do not live in the desert Southwest, so that's kind of a twist for us, but I do think it makes a nice background, and it does not have to be a camping or hiking theme. You can use it for lots of other things. I'm not sure which thin cut set these punctuation marks were from, but I just needed some small pieces to look like pieces of chocolate. And if you looked at the paper, it looked like wood grain paper, but when you just did it in small bits, they made great pieces to look like chocolates. And the opposite side was a light color of brown with some little polka dots, and that looks good for the chocolates as well. And you'll notice the shelves that I'm putting the chocolates on, that was actually from the window thin cut set, and up above it was maybe a flower box and shutters, and I turned them and used the shutters as another shelf for my coffee and tea cups. So you just have to be creative in your thin cuts and what you can twist those into. So I just made this window into some different shelving units for my chocolate and latte shop. And here we can look at the full layout. You'll see the flip flaps, and I actually slit my protector once I put these into a protector. And you'll see our shopping pictures at the little boutique and at the chocolate and latte store, and another one of us shopping in the city as well. I used part of a PML card to do the journaling, and I used the Wander die cuts to put as a frame around the journaling, and I think it turned out pretty cute and had some fun twists. So I hope you will like, subscribe, and comment, and also share this crafty video with your friends. Now you need to go over to the Jessica Grace YouTube channel and watch what she has in store for you on our Twisted Sisters YouTube hop. All of the products I used are in the description below, as well as the list of all the participants in the hop.